And you've got some information for us tonight about the mild summer and the hard winter ahead?
I do. Everyone has an opinion, and you know what those are like. And but this is kind of interesting because I didn't know until I spent the last couple of days looking these numbers up. You know, when you have a summer, and everyone's like, oh, it's been such a nice summer. It has been, but it's been a really, really normal summer.
That means bad winter.
Well, yeah, I know. And people think, you know, everybody has that opinion, oh, it's going to be a bad winter, or it's going to be a really hot winter and all this stuff. And rarely, none of that stuff, one doesn't, you know, correlate to the next one. So let me show you this. Let me just bring you up to date on where we are right now. So the average high to date, this is summer, June, July, and August, okay, meteorological summer. To date, the high temp's 93.8. So we're just a little bit cooler than normal to date. On the average low, that's a little different. It's 75.6. We're a degree even above normal. A little cooler than normal on the high side, a little warmer than normal on the low side, and the average temperature, average both of those out, we're just about 85 degrees, which is 84.7, which is 1/10 of a degree below normal. So here's the story. We have 4 days left, okay, in this month, which will conclude meteorological summer. We're going to end up right at normal, okay? It might be just 1/10 of a degree cooler than normal, but for all intents and purposes, we're going to have statistically, climatologically, a normal summer. So when we have a normal summer, what happens the following winter? Well, I went back and I looked at the last 50 years, and 11 out of the last 50 years, we had similar summers where we were right around that 85 degree average temperature. 11 out of the last 50 years had similar summers. And you can see, those are the numbers right there. What happened in those 11 years? Well, 3 of them were warmer than normal winters. 8 of them were colder than normal winters. 3 of them were wetter than normal winters. 8 of them were drier than normal winters. 6 of them had less snow than normal. The normal snow at DFW is 1.6. That's what we average in a winter. So 6 of them had less snow than that. Are you ready? 5 of them had more snow than normal. Now hold on. Make sure you're seated when I show you the next one. 11 years out of the last 50 had normal summers. 2 of them, okay, that had normal summers had this. The snowiest winters ever recorded, Jonah. I'm not talking Boston snow, but I am talking 1977, 78, 1978, 79. Two of the snowiest winters ever. Records go back to 1898, 17.3 and 15.8. So really the conclusion is, if you just look at the averages, typically when we have a normal summer, we have a cooler than normal winter and a drier than normal winter. This is the exception. We'll have to see what happens. But I just thought that was really interesting. I try to do these explainers every night and come up with something interesting. That may not have been the prettiest explainer that I've ever done or the coolest one, but I thought the information was darn good. Here we go. Let me show you what's happening out there right now. A couple of sprinkles earlier tonight. That's been about it. Here's my forecast. Watch this. Mostly clear overnight. Check this out. This is tomorrow. This is mainly dry during the day tomorrow, but beginning around 5 o'clock, here's a little rain. There's 6, there's 7, there's 8, there's 9, there's 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Here comes a pretty decent cold front. There's 10 o'clock. I don't have severe weather, but a little bit of rain is in my forecast beginning late afternoon tomorrow and tomorrow evening. 77 and warm tonight, 95 and hot tomorrow, and then we turn cooler after that. 88 on Friday, 87 on Saturday, 85 on Sunday, 87 on Monday, upper 80s on Tuesday and Wednesday. And the final 7 of the 14 days, we hover in the upper 80s, close to 90 degrees. I had some guy tonight on X say, Pete, I'm sick of it. You're changing the forecast on Saturday like every 4 hours. Well, it's my forecast. I'll change it as often as I want. But I went back and I looked at the last 7 days, and he's right. I've ranged anywhere from 85 to 87 degrees over the last, it might be 6 days. So shame on me.
Was that Dale Hansen that messaged you on X?
I don't even know that he knows what X is. Although I did hear from him.
It's probably for the best.
He gets in touch with me periodically because he just wants me to know he's still alive. I'm actually not kidding.
Or to tell you what Netflix...
Delcus, I'm still breathing, and then he'll say something inappropriate.
Well, he's made it through the entire Netflix catalog at this point, so he might have to move on to the next app. He should download the WFA Plus app.